Recording from an undisclosed location in Sacramento, it's Jeff and Dave Talk Movies.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Jeff and Dave Talk Movies. I am Jeff.
And I am Dave.
And
what is that noise?
Episode 10.
And yeah, 10.
10.
How the frick did that happen?
Well, we recorded 1 through 9, and then we're on 10.
I guess so. I wouldn't have put us, an episode past 5.
Yeah.
But here we are, episode 10. That's pretty freaking awesome.
We're plugging away.
Okay, before we totally get into everything, I have a little bone to pick with you.
Okay.
And so Far Cry 5 just came out last week.
Yep. I started playing.
Yeah. I did not know that until I saw you pop on the game to play.
When did you see me
When I was playing. A couple nights ago.
Okay, yeah.
And so it was kind of like, all right, I got to ask him what his opinion of the game is now.
Okay, so Far Cry 5, that night you saw me pop on. I had like a little bit of time before we ate dinner, and I popped on and just for a little bit. But I'm not a fan of the storyline.
Oh, just wait.
I'm not a fan of the storyline. The story just... So every time the story pops up in the background, I just skip it. And I just go back to the game.
Well, that is one complaint I have, is there's a couple things they did in the game that kind of waste time, where the cutscenes are one of them. It's like, okay, come on.
Right.
Let's get to it. And then there's you get a dog at one point. And if the dog gets shot, you have time to revive the dog.
Right.
And every time you revive the dog, even if you're in a firefight, you pet him and he licks you. And it's like, could we not have that happen right now?
Yeah, they're still working out the bugs. I came, it was yesterday, I think I popped on and I had a huge update to do. And I did the update and it completely changed my character. It wiped out half the map I already did.
Oh, really?
I had to go back through and redo a lot of the challenges. It gave me like $900,000 in money. I ended up having Boomer. I had more weapons than, I'm like, this is bizarre. So
awesome.
Yeah, and so I had to go back through and then redo half the map that I lost.
Okay.
I'm still on the first map. I'm finishing out. I think his name is John. I'm trying to find John and kill John. So, but I love the game. I love those first person shooter games. They're so cool. They're so awesome. It's a lot of fun. I love Far Cry 4. You're the one who actually got me into it, and then now I'm hooked. But we need to hook up and play online.
We do, because I'm to Joseph Seed. Now, for those of you that don't know, it's a cult that's taken over this county in Montana. Hope County. And the environments look absolutely stunning.
It's beautiful.
In this game. It's absolutely beautiful. So there's 4 members of the Seed family. There's Joseph, the prophet, they say. There's Faith, the sister. There's Jacob, the enforcer, one of the brothers, and then there's John, the persuader, if you will.
And I'm on John's map right now. So
yeah, I've taken all 3 out.
Nice.
And so now I've got to go to Joseph, and
I'm taking my time with this game.
I kind of did, but I got hooked. And then on top of that, I'm working on helmets in between, and so I have not slept a lot in the last couple of weeks.
You're up playing Far Cry at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because I get into that misled idea of I'm just going to play really quickly.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a thing in this game, but
I love the game. I think it's awesome. It does. It sucks you in. I have to force myself to get off.
Yeah.
Because 2 hours goes by like that. And I'm like, gosh, I need to get off this computer.
Oh yeah.
I'm just not a big fan of the storyline. It's just not. I mean, the first part of it. I mean, who takes a helicopter to serve a warrant in the middle of the forest with one U.S. Marshal, one rookie cop, an old geezer cop, and then a female cop, and that's all you have.
Right.
Like, seriously, come on.
Right.
That's kind of stupid.
Well, I know that part of it's like super unrealistic, but if it was an army of people that you took with you, then it'd be redundant. Mm-hmm. And guess how many people you're going to take with you when you go finally get Joseph? Just one.
Yeah.
Just you. But I'm going to go in a helicopter and I'm going to blaze the crap out of that island
Nice.
that he's on before I do it. But man, I've been totally.
Have you been playing the arcade?
No.
Yeah, I haven't touched the arcade.
I not interested.
Yeah.
In doing that kind of thing. There's a couple missions in here that were frustrating enough without having to go do some weird challenge in the game, and I haven't done any of the.
I still haven't gotten to the point where I can hold more than 2 weapons.
Yeah, you need to.
I haven't even unlocked a third holster yet.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I have the weapons box. I have mounds of money now.
Right.
But it's.
Well, we need to play and get you some good weapons. Just have some fun. I actually am doing a fishing quest. Yeah, there's actually fishing.
Yeah.
And it's a lot like real life, and I don't care for it at all. But I'm going to need some help.
You're not a fisherman.
No, but I'm going after the Admiral.
Nice.
Which is a giant, apparently, sturgeon or something in the game. And online it says, use 2 people for this. It'll be a little easier. And
oh, I'm down. Whenever you want to get it detailed.
Yeah, you let me know when. But I love this game. But I saw you pop on and I was like, what? You're not telling me, man.
I've been playing for about a week. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good game.
Yeah, it is fun. I even played this morning for a little bit.
One little pro tip for you. When you take John out, he tries to escape in a plane. Get in a helicopter.
Okay.
Because the planes in this game, maybe it's just me, big fat white guy, but it's hard. Whereas the helicopters are way freaking easy. I got in a helicopter, took them down just like that.
Well, I hope it was easier or harder than Far Cry 4 was when I ended up taking out the main guy there, because he was easy.
Yo,
I snuck in behind him and sniped him. He was done.
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, okay, game over.
It's a tad harder than that. And then Jacob, when you take him out, you're high.
Nice.
And then when you take Faith out, you are also high.
All right.
On the bliss. And it sucks.
Yeah, I've caught myself a few times standing too close to it, and my guy gets a little.
Oh yeah, no, just wait.
Spacey.
Because you're full on spacey. It's like sniffing glue and then trying to fight Mike Tyson. It's probably not recommended. But yeah, it's
Hit me
love
once
that
and
for
give
you.
me my money.
Yeah, and I'm going out of town this next weekend, and I'm gonna be jonesing to play that freaking game, man. Good game.
It is a good game. It's fun. I love it.
It's a lot of fun. So I just wanted to bring that up and be like, dude, tell him, brother.
Yeah, I know. I just haven't had a lot of time to spend on it, so I'm just I'm not gonna I don't want to get you involved, and then okay, I got to get off.
Yeah, no, it's all good because I'll be like, go have fun. I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
But
next time I'm on.
All right, yeah, let me know, or we'll just call me and say, hey, I'm about ready to log on. Do you want to play?
Cool.
And we'll go do some killing.
Nice.
It'll be a lot of fun.
Nice. So so here we are, and not much to talk about on the movie front. Although I did come across one thing that I wanted to talk about.
You would kind of mention this.
It's kind of cool.
Okay.
So I came across an article. It was upcoming movies in 2019, and they're going to be remaking the Dr. Dolittle movies.
Oh, I think I heard about this.
But guess who's playing the lead?
If it's what I think it is, isn't it Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr. is playing Dr. Dolittle.
Now, okay, let me ask you this. Since you read the article, and I just kind of saw online that they were going to redo it, and he was playing it, and I don't know anything else about it. Are they going back to the 1800s with it?
They're going back to 1800s with it, and
nice.
They said they might even end up turning it into a musical with him. So I'm like, dude, Robert Downey Jr. singing. That could be cool.
You know what? The original was a musical.
Yeah.
And set in the 1800s, and it was actually really good if you go back and you watch that version. So if it's done right, it could be pretty doggone amazing.
Yeah, I came across that. I'm like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's supposed to come out before, if I saw the timeline right, it's supposed to come out before the second Avengers movie.
Oh, so they might be
2019.
So they're shooting that right now.
Could be shooting that right now.
That's awesome. Well, another rumor that I heard, if we're going to go into the Robert Downey Jr. town, Sherlock 3.
Sherlock Holmes 3, yeah, for sure.
I think 2020, right?
I think so. I haven't gotten...
It would be awesome if it was 2019, but I don't think
he'd be a busy guy if he's...
He'd be a super busy guy. Super busy guy. But I think after this next Avengers, after the one that we get next year, he's going to be...
He'll have some free time.
He'll have some more free time because I think he's going to be done.
He'll be done. Yeah, there's some great movies coming out, man. We talked a lot about Suicide Squad. We didn't talk a lot about Shazam. Shazam's coming out next year. That'll be cool.
Okay, not to sound totally skeptical, and it's not that I'm doubting you, but is it though? Because we were supposed to have Flashpoint, and we're supposed to have another Justice League or something this year. We're supposed to get 3 DC movies, and we're barely getting 1.
I don't see why it wouldn't. I mean, I'm I'll be skeptical until it comes out, but right. I mean, I'll give it a chance. I don't see why it wouldn't. Though.
No, we'll totally go see it.
I was a huge fan of the television series. I thought it was.
Oh yeah,
I'm down for it.
Yeah, no, it's not a doubt against the quality of it. Well, there is a little bit of doubt against the quality of it because, as we've talked before, DC has not been.
He hasn't been great.
Other than Wonder Woman, been wowing at all, and so. A little skeptical, 1, that it's even going to come out, and 2,
yeah,
I'll go see it. I'll go see it opening night.
Sure.
But maybe this is one we go see together.
I'm down for that.
And then come out of it kind of either going, it wasn't too bad, or, boy.
Here's another one I'm stoked for. Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be fighting King Kong in that.
Yep.
Now it's going to be cool.
Now, the new Godzilla they put out a couple years ago was just okay. Mm-hmm. But the King Kong of Skull Island, that movie was awesome.
That was cool.
So it'll be kind of cool to see what happens because they're both being shown as guardians of the planet. So it'll be
cool.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, it'll be cool.
But it's titled Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So that's going to be interesting to see how they work that.
Yeah. It'll be
King Kong is King Kong.
Right. Who are they going to fight? Are they going to fight each other?
Right. I don't know how that's going to work. I keep hearing rumors of a Godzilla versus King Kong movie.
That's it.
Maybe that would be the precursor to that or something. I don't know.
No, I think that is the team up of them. Godzilla, King with the Monsters. It's going to be more focused on him, but I think it'll be King Kong. But no, that should actually be pretty doggone good. And I'm seeing there on the screen. So we get Captain Marvel next year, which would be...
Captain Marvel, yeah. That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Toy Story 4, we talked about that before. Here's one that I'm kind of stoked about. How to Train Your Dragon 3. I love the first 2.
Yeah, no, that was going to be...
They do a great job with those movies.
Oh, yeah. No, the How to Train Your Dragon series has been awesome. And I have all the little shorts that they did. Mm-hmm. Because those are freaking awesome.
Do you watch the cartoon on TV?
I haven't.
No, it's cool. It's fun.
But Toy Story 4, I'm sorry, I'm not thrilled.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I thought Toy Story 3 was,
one thing that kind of throws me for a loop on that when I'm looking at it, it says it's starring Tom Hanks, Laurie Metcalf, Annie Potts, and Joan Cusack are the main. Where's Tim Allen?
Yeah, where's Buzz Lightyear?
Right. So I'm kind of, are they changing things up a little bit?
I hope not. You can't have
Buzz.
That's
what I was thinking too. I was like, why are they not listening to Tim Allen?
Huh. Yeah, not excited.
But, I mean, there's some other ones. I mean, Suicide Squad 2, hopefully it's better than the first one.
Yeah, the first one was all right.
Coming out with a Minecraft movie.
Okay, why?
I don't know.
Seriously, why?
It kind of goes along the line with why'd they come out with a Battleship movie.
I know. And horrible. Why do we have now Transformers 7?
Seriously, we need to retire that franchise.
What the F? The last couple were like...
garbage.
What are we doing?
It's like, why even waste your time watching that? I don't even think I made it through the whole movie. I own them all. And I could sit through 1 through 3 just fine. Mm-hmm. But man, those last 3 were like, it was hard.
What are we doing?
Hard to watch.
Yeah.
Finally getting a Lego movie sequel, which I'm
which is going to be good. Chris Pratt's in it, right?
Yes, Chris Pratt's in it. And of course, you have your SpongeBob SquarePants 3 movie.
Yeah.
Frozen 2.
I already have my tickets for that.
And the Lion King live action.
Okay, let me ask you about this, because we've gotten an updated, basically, Sleeping Beauty when they did Maleficent. Mm-hmm. We just got what was it? The Jungle Book, which was actually really good.
The Jungle Book, we had Cinderella.
We had Cinderella.
You had Lion King.
And
you have a Dumbo.
Sleeping Beauty.
Dumbo's coming
out. We had Sleeping Beauty. Or not Sleeping Beauty, but Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast. They're redoing all of them.
I know they're redoing all of them. We got Aladdin coming out. We've got all these. What do you think about that?
So they're good.
No, they're good.
I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it's just all it is for Disney is just a big money grab. That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why else do it? But I mean, they're good and they're entertaining. So I mean, as long as they keep pumping them out, people are going to go see them. So it's like, why not?
Yeah, I am intrigued about the Lion King, and I am.
I mean, Disney's got so much. God, they have so much money.
Well, they bought freaking 20th Century Fox. They bought.
I know.
Another studio.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, how much for that? Yeah, hold on, let me get my wallet out.
Right.
That's right. Now we own all of the Marvel characters. Paramount, you're next, buddy.
Which is fine with me as long as they do it right. That's fine.
Okay. Here's one thing.
I just don't know how long it's going to last. Yeah.
No, I think the bubble's going to burst at some point.
Right.
But they've been saying that since.
You've been cornering the market for a long time.
Yeah,
now.
They've been saying that really since the Avengers movie came out. That this is the year that everyone gets superhero fatigue. Mm-hmm. And
I'm just not talking about the superhero movies. It's just Disney in general. With everything that they're taking on. I mean, so it's like.
You know what though? They're being smart about it, and I know we could probably debate this all day, but they are being smart about it because when they bought the Star Wars stuff, they bought Lucasfilm. Mm-hmm. And Lucasfilm is handling the Star Wars movies. Mm-hmm. When they bought Marvel Studios, they're letting Marvel handle it.
When they bought Pixar
right, and right. Pixar. Well, they have their hands a little bit more in Pixar than they have in the other franchises, and the reason why.
Well, John Lasseter's.
He's head of Disney's animation studios, but because Pixar, out of the ones we've listed, Pixar's the only one that does the Disney logo. Mm-hmm. So Disney has more influence on that. So to their credit, they're leaving everybody else alone, the other studios alone. Like, just do what you're doing. What you're doing is successful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
I mean, as long as they're doing it and they're doing it right. I mean, I'm actually staying away from Disneyland this year. I'm going to go in 2019 when they open up Star Wars Land.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be freaking awesome.
Oh, it's going to be epic.
So I'm stoked. This is actually the first year I haven't gone.
Oh, really?
This is the first year I haven't gone.
Yeah, I think I'm going to actually wait until 2020 to go. And the reason for that is I guarantee it's going to be packed anyway. Right. But the moment they open up Star Wars Land for that first year, it's going to be insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah. You're not even going to be able to hardly get in there, and trying to tour the Millennium Falcon, which, come on, that's going to be the first place we go.
Right.
You're not going to be able to get in.
We should do a remote show live from Disneyland.
Okay, let me get my calendar out. Yes.
That'd be cool.
Why are we not doing that today?
Right.
That would be amazing.
I'm all for that. As soon as the show's over, I'm going to pick up the phone and call the head of Disney and
do it.
Make a pitch.
Do it. Say, hey, this is what we want to do.
Hey, it's Jeff.
That's right.
Right.
Just do it.
Yeah.
He knows you. You guys are like this.
See how far we get, right?
Yeah.
More like that.
That's right. Yeah, maybe. But no.
No, there's some good movies coming out. I like the Now You See Me. Have you ever seen the Now You See Me movies?
Oh yeah, those have been. I was pleasantly surprised with those.
I can't wait for the third one to come out. For that one's cool. And then, gosh, I cannot wait till they're done with the Fast and Furious franchise.
They never will be.
Yeah, well they are. They're going up to 10, and then that's it. They said 10 is the cutoff.
Okay.
So we got 9 coming out in 2019, and then 10 in 2021.
I mean, it only takes him a week and a half to shoot those movies, and Vin Diesel, he's not doing anything other than I am Groot.
Right.
Okay, hold on, I gotta go and drive.
Yeah.
Although
some of them have been good. But
I have never seen one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, a couple of them have been good.
Yeah, but it's sifting through all the crap to find the nuggets. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If you love action, it's definitely.
Well, I do, but it just. I don't know. I just can't. We're gonna drive really fast.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, like you did in the other movie. All right.
Right. Yeah. There are some good points to them, and some of them have been good.
Well, maybe you give me a list of the good ones, and I'll watch the good ones, and then if I need to, I'll fill in the gaps. But no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recently, I've been on a mobster kick.
Oh yeah.
Just watching the old, like, the Godfather movies, and I just finished watching the Untouchables, and
oh, dude.
I don't know, that's kind of where my brain is right now.
Gosh, man, the all three Godfather movies, the Untouchables.
We got The Departed in there, which is really good.
Oh gosh, that's such a good movie. What was the one with Ray Liotta and
Goodfellas, Casino.
Casino wasn't kind of, it was all right.
We're gonna be fighting here in a minute. I actually liked Casino more than I did Goodfellas.
Really?
But I liked them both. I mean, it's not like this huge disparity, but I don't know. Because the 60s era of, like, Vegas reminds me of, the Godfather, and kind of that period of time. I don't know. I just loved it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, dude, I can off the top of my head, I can probably come up with like 10 movies I like better than Casino. It just didn't do it for me. I'm probably the biggest De Niro fan out there. Anything that guy does, I'm like, front and center. But just something about that movie just did not do it for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just really enjoyed it. Now, speaking of De Niro, and actually Joe Pesci, Martin Scorsese right now is shooting a movie called The Irishman, and it's a mob movie. And
I
Joe
heard about
Pesci,
that. Yeah.
And Joe Pesci is coming out of retirement.
His big return.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Anything
that Scorsese does with De Niro and Pesci. I mean, come on. That's
yeah, totally. You signed me up.
For sure.
I mean,
my only thing is where's Pacino and all that.
Oh yeah. But the Pesci, man.
Yeah.
In Goodfellas. I mean, we could all say, I'm funny how.
Right.
That was not in the script.
No, it was all improv. Yeah.
The only three people on set that knew that he was going to do that were Ray Liotta, Joe Pesci, and Martin Scorsese. They are the only ones that knew that he was going to do that. No one else on the set knew that was going to do it.
Right.
So when people are kind of shocked, like, what are you freaking doing? It was legit because they didn't know he was going to do that. They thought that's not your line, dude.
Joe Pesci's such a good actor. And
he's a brilliant actor.
He's so awesome. I didn't like his characters in the Lethal Weapon movies, but just because I love his tough guy movies.
Oh yeah.
And then seeing him in Lethal Weapon, it's like, dude, that's quite the.
Yeah, it was a shift.
That's quite the shift.
But what sold me on him as an actor was My Cousin Vinny.
Oh, dude.
That movie.
The Two Utes.
Excuse me. Did you say Utes?
What's a Ute?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. The two youths.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that tonight.
Her and Marissa Tomei. I fell in love with her in that movie.
Oh yeah, she won.
She won the Best Supporting Actress.
She did for that movie, and I'm gonna have to say, well deserved.
Oh, for sure.
It was great.
For sure.
Yeah, and she was smoking hot. She's still smoking hot.
She is. Yeah, in the Spider-Man movie, she plays Peter Parker's aunt.
Yeah.
And it's
thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then Diane Lane's playing, Superman's mother in the Superman movies, and it's like, damn, she's
looking pretty good.
She's looking damn good.
Yeah, she's looking very hittable.
I don't even think she's 60, is she?
I don't know. If she is, she's early 60s.
Yeah, she's still.
But
wow.
She's still a looker.
But yeah, man, you've been on a monster kick. I've been on an old movie kick. I just watched one of my all-time favorite movies with John Wayne called The Quiet Man.
Oh, that is a good movie.
I love that movie.
Really good movie.
That's the one movie I can sit there and watch over and over again. Just rewind, play.
Now
rewind, play.
I don't know if we've ever talked about this. Are you a Western guy? Speaking of John Wayne,
I am.
Do you like Westerns? Have you ever seen Once Upon a Time in the Old West?
No, I have not seen that.
Okay, I'm going to loan it to you.
Okay.
And you tell me what you think. It's Sergio Leone's last spaghetti Western.
Okay, no, I haven't seen that one.
And it's got Charles Bronson and Henry Fonda in it.
See, as soon as you said Charles Bronson, the
That's
dogs
right.
are like, what?
They know. Yeah, Charles Bronson's legit. And I will loan that to you.
Okay, cool.
And just in advance, you're welcome.
Okay.
You got to get.
Speaking of old westerns and good westerns, have you ever seen Shane?
Yeah.
That's probably the best western ever made right there. Is Shane.
Yeah.
I mean, no knock to Clint Eastwood and everything that he's done, and
right.
those spaghetti westerns, The Unforgiven. There's been some great.
But
great
see,
movies.
Shane's classic western.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's right up there with High Noon
Mm-hmm.
and the original Magnificent Seven.
Right.
And there's some really good stuff in that late 50s, early 60s.
Another one of my favorite John Wayne westerns was El Dorado. That's another one I could watch.
That's a good one. Well, The Cowboys was another really good one.
The Cowboys was good. And then Rio Bravo was another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. I mean, anything John Wayne did was top notch. The guy did 150 movies. Man.
Oh, I know.
150.
But see, and I know this is going to make me an outcast, but I didn't like his True Grit. I thought he phoned that in. He was good. He was good in his other stuff.
Right.
But it was towards the end of his career, and it was kind of like that and Rooster Cogburn were like, we'll just give you a big bunch of money if you just show up.
Right.
And I just didn't care for it.
And I think that was the one he won the Oscar for.
He did.
And that was probably an honorary. We got to give it to him.
Well, and that's what a lot. Excuse me.
Not that he didn't deserve to, he didn't deserve it, but I mean.
Right. Well, and they were saying that it was more of a nod to the body of his work, not necessarily to that particular movie, because I thought Jeff Bridges did better. I think that version of True Grit was better than his version. But overall, John Wayne was the ultimate cowboy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it was the ultimate. The Quiet Man, though, that was
really good movie.
Watch that movie. It's so
really good movie.
That's so good.
Really good movie. Yeah, and there's those times when you sit down, because a buddy of mine has been, his daughter, she's been trying to introduce these older movies, like the original Ghostbusters and the original Jumanji and stuff, to his daughters. His oldest daughter just turned 13. And she said, that's an old movie. I don't want to do that. And so sometimes I think we get that. It's like,
right.
It's an old movie, but you sit down and you watch the movie and you're like, holy crap, this thing's really good.
What if you want to watch a good movie? It's like, yeah, we have some good movies now, but if you really want to watch good movies, you need to sit down and watch these older movies.
Mm-hmm.
The Caine Mutiny is another one that comes to mind that I can watch.
With Marlon Brando.
No, not the.
Oh, that was Mutiny. That was Mutiny on the Bounty.
Mutiny with Humphrey Bogart.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That was another great movie. So I mean, there's so many. Gosh.
Well, the old 1950, 1960s World War II movies that they did, Radon and Tebby and
Midway,
Bridge Too Far.
Right.
I mean, just some brilliant stuff. I mean, Midway. That was two directors.
It was a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of the originals where you had an American director directing the American side, and you had a Japanese director directing the Japanese side, and neither one knew what they were doing,
knew
what the other person was doing until they put it all together.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then look at the cast that was in it. I mean, you know, I mean, gosh, I mean, so I miss that Hollywood. I do, man.
Well, you know,
nobody comes close to. Like I was thinking about that as I was watching The Quiet Man. It's like nobody ever comes close to John Wayne. Maybe it's Clint Eastwood, but Clint, you know, he's up there. But John Wayne was.
You know, we're getting to some act. I mean, Denzel Washington, I would say, is in that caliber that typically do movies that they have to act in.
When I say nobody's at that caliber, no, John Wayne was, when he was alive, was America.
So, you know what? You're right. That is true.
So put the movies aside. You know, he was put up on this pedestal.
No, that's true. He was an embodiment.
Right. I mean, he was an institution. It was John Wayne was, you know, he was the ultimate tough guy. He was America. He was the, you know, when you thought America, he was boom front and center.
It's true. And you
don't have that now.
Yeah, there isn't anybody. There isn't anybody that you would identify with, this person's America.
Right. I mean, so you take the acting side of it and you take them out of the movies. It's like, okay, so who do you have?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, you know, yeah, you can compare him to Denzel or you can compare him to, you know, Robert De Niro or Al Pacino or, you know, whoever at that scale. But when you take the movies out of it, it's like now we're, you know.
True. We don't have anyone that, you're right, that embodies something, that is representative of something. Yeah, it's true. But going back to those movies, just, you know, nowadays, we both love digital effects. We both do 3D, you know, and graphic design for a living. But I think there's too much of it. And you will watch those movies, and it's like, no, all of that had to be done.
Yeah.
You know, either in camera or miniatures or something. There's no digital effects whatsoever. Right. And I don't know, even today, a lot of those movies still hold up.
Oh, sure.
With anything that's out today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had to figure out a way to get it done, and they got it done.
Yeah.
They got it done very well. So, yeah, I missed that golden age of movies and the John Waynes and Robert Mitchums and all those guys.
Oh, yeah. The Gregory Pecks and the...
Henry Fondas.
Oh, yeah. Well, Henry Fonda in Once Upon a Time in the Old West plays the bad guy.
Yeah.
And good. Freaking evil. Yeah. Oh.
Jimmy Stewart is another one. James Stewart.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the only Christmas movie you need to watch ever.
Oh, yeah.
Is It's Wonderful Life. Period.
Or talk about a good Western with Jimmy Stewart. The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Oh, yeah.
That was a classic
movie. Oh, yeah. Good movie. Really good movie.
Yep. I mean, it's I'm sitting here. Was it Chuck Connors? Was it Chuck Connors?
Yeah, I think Chuck. Well, I think it was Chuck Connors. Obviously, he later went on to do... I'm thinking
of the Rifleman, but Chuck Connors was Rifleman.
But he was also Gunsmoke. No, not Gunsmoke. Was it Gunsmoke?
I'm trying to think. I don't think it was Chuck Connors and Man Who Shot Liberty Valance.
To the
internet.
To the internets. The interwebs.
There we go. I mean, we all know John Wayne was in it. Lee Marvin.
Oh, yeah.
So it was John Wayne, James Stewart, Lee Marvin, Lee Van Cleef. Oh, my God, dude, that guy was such a good actor, too. I don't see Chuck Connors in there.
Okay, we were wrong.
Gosh, man. Dude, this is like Edmund O'Brien, Lee Marvin, James Stewart, Vera Miles, Lee Van Cleef, John Carradine. Yeah, well, we were way off on that. He wasn't even in that.
Well, folks, we are wrong.
Yep.
More often than not.
We were debunked.
But still, good freaking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a bunch of those.
I know.
Out there back in the days when they were doing westerns, right?
I'm sad too because it's I'm hoping that in 20, 30 years, people start talking about these movies. You know, they still talk about, you know, but I mean, there's a lot of great movies that just don't get mentioned anymore. You know, and that's
they don't. Well, they're forgotten in Hollywood's propensity of, well, we're just going to remake it. We're going to redo it. We're going to redo it. We're going to redo it. And it's like,
yeah, I would rather see them go through and clean up the old movies, digitize them, and then re-release them or something. You know, don't just remake it.
Right, because a lot of time they'll remake it and they'll try to put a new spin on it, try to make it politically correct or make it some sort of statement. And a lot of these movies, it was just a movie. It wasn't trying to make a statement. It wasn't trying to do, you know, leave a mark. It was just, we're just going to do something entertaining and do a good job at it.
Right.
And when they remake it, it kills what the original was.
Right.
And these are masterpieces for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I would riot if they said, "Oh, we're going to redo the Godfather movies."
Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah. That would be huge.
But we're going to use all women. The Godmother.
It wouldn't surprise me. You watch them come out with something like that too.
I'd be so pissed off if they did.
And we're not knocking that. We're not knocking women.
We're not.
You know, just don't need that. There's a point where you get too PC in this world. And here's another thing that kind of peeves me about the politically correctness of that. Going back to Disney, they're like front and center of all the PC. They're redoing the Pirates of the Caribbean ride again. And they're removing the scene in Pirates of the Caribbean. You remember where they're auctioning off the brides?
Yeah.
And there's the redhead front and center.
Uh-huh.
They say that that's sexist. They've had too many complaints about that, and they're taking that scene out. So they're turning the redhead into a pirate, and they're going to redo that scene.
Okay, you know, that's something that would have happened historically.
Mm-hmm.
And
it did happen.
Do we agree with it? Do we want it to happen again today? No, we don't. We think that was abhorrent, but it was representative of the time. Mm-hmm. And, you know...
there have been so many changes. There was one scene in Pirates of the Caribbean where there was a guy chasing a woman around.
Right, and they got rid of that.
Now they
reversed it.
They reversed it, so the woman's chasing the guy with a pan in her hand.
Right.
So, I mean, there's so many things that they've redone about that, and it's like, come on.
Well, it's going to get to the point, do I have your permission to approach and tell you how fair your skin appears, milady?
Right. Yeah. It's getting too much.
It's like, come on, everybody, relax.
Right.
Quit being, professionally offended on that. And that's where, and to me, that's where the issue with Hollywood is. It's not that there's strong women in a movie. I don't freaking care about that. If the story's compelling and the story is great, I'll watch the movie all day long. And we bring up Wonder Woman almost every episode as an example of that. It's just, we're going to redo it because...
But you're, again, and I've said it before, you're not doing the women justice by remaking these movies and putting them in a part that was once made for a man.
Right.
You're not doing them justice. Give them an original script, original movie, Wonder Woman, for example, and go for it. But don't remake Point Break with a female cast. Don't remake Ocean's 11 with all female cast. Don't remake.
Too late.
It's like, come on.
Right. Do something where it's a strong women and quit trying to rewrite history and do all these things. I mean, and we're already kind of getting a Godfather movie with women in it. There's I think a series on Netflix where it's a woman that's a drug king or queen pin or whatever.
I don't know about
they would call and she's brutal. So they're already starting to do it where you're starting to see a take on it where it's a female, mobster. And one of the biggest pirates of that period of time, back in the golden age of pirates, was a Chinese woman that had taken over her husband's empire and made it bigger.
I think they tried to introduce that character in Pirates of the Caribbean, and they didn't do a good job with that.
No, they did a horrible job with it. But historically, there are women. I mean, shoot, Anne Bonny and Mary Eddowes, I think is her name. They were both female pirates. Mm-hmm. Do that.
Sure.
But don't be like, oh no, Jack Sparrow needs to be Janet Sparrow.
Right.
And
are you in Munich?
Yeah, I mean, we just don't want to freaking just come on. Let what it is be, and then do something new.
Right.
is all I'm saying.
I totally agree.
But you know what? All in all, I still say, and we've said this before, good time for movies. We've got some really cool stuff coming out. We got a lot of original stuff coming out. We have, the world open to possibilities for whatever we want to see.
Yep. It is a great time for movies. And then, when you reach a slow point like you do now, pop in those DVDs and watch the old movies.
That's right. And enjoy the crap out of them. Yep. Because there's some amazing stuff that's been done.
Yeah, don't let those old movies die. You got to go see the old movies.
Yeah, go out and do it. And, I've always said that I would love to do a revival movie theater. Find one of these old movie theaters that just has the old ornate carvings and stuff in a single screen theater. And show movies that have to be seen on the big screen.
Right.
The Star Wars movies, the Alien movies, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, like the Ten Commandments.
God, these epic, awesome. That would be awesome.
These epic movies, but also we're going to do spaghetti westerns this week.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And show all these spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
Like, to Saturday would be the big finale of it, where we show, fistful of dollars, a few dollars more, the good, bad, and the ugly. Mm-hmm. Make the tickets cheap.
Yeah.
But we're going to do that all day. But all week show a different spaghetti western. Or we're going to do all the Star Trek movies. We're going to do all the Jurassic Parks. But just do movies that kind of have to be seen.
Right.
And keep some of these older movies alive.
You got to keep old Hollywood alive, man, or else it's it's too good to ignore. It really is.
Well, and by doing something like that, doing a revival movie theater and showing some of these movies on the big screen where we've never seen it on the big screen, there's a lot that gets lost in that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Charlton Heston's Ben-Hur on the big screen. The way it was originally shown and the majesty of that. They just redid the Ben-Hur a couple years ago, and it was a good movie, but it just did not capture what that Charlton Heston movie was. Man, imagine seeing that.
Well, just what we talked about earlier about it's back then they didn't have the visual effects.
Nope.
They had to figure out a way to make it work, and they made it work.
Oh yeah.
Another good one that I actually watched. It was Easter. It wasn't Easter. It was the Saturday before Easter. The Saturday of Easter Sunday, Easter weekend was the Ten Commandments.
Yeah.
And I've never seen that. I've only seen it on a TV. I've never seen that on a giant movie screen. That's another great.
Oh, it'd be a beautiful movie to see.
But I mean, the part where he parted the Red Sea. If you ever taken the backlot Universal Studios tour, and then they show that how they did it. I mean, that was it right there. And it's like that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, it's extremely cool. And so, we got to keep these movies alive. And if I were to ever win the lottery, there's going to be a revival movie theater.
That would be awesome.
You can come for free, Jeff. I'll let you in for free.
Thanks, man.
You know what?
We'll even do a show from the lobby or something.
We would, and you're paying for your popcorn though.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
I'll show up on Dollar Movie. Actually, that's one thing that somebody had posted something on a social media network, and they said, "Do you remember the Dollar Movies at Birdcage Theater?"
Yep.
The Dollar Movie nights. It was like, oh, I remember that. They used to go, you pay $1 and then skip the movie and go see like 2 or 3 at a time. But it was like $1 when you got to see 2 movies. But that would be cool, the revival movie, and then like one night do like Dollar Movie Night or something where you come in and you
like a Monday night and then show Mary Poppins or show family movies like on a Monday night, and then a Tuesday night it could be $2 Tuesday or something like that. But the whole idea for me would be, one, keep the prices relatively low, the ticket prices, so that people can come in and enjoy.
Just get permission to show all these movies.
Yeah, just and the licensing should be relatively easy because they're all movies that are out. But it would be a lot of fun, I think, to do that.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And have them with good sound. Make sure it's a good sound system and good projection system, but just You know?
Gosh. Yeah, that's a great idea, man. If anybody steals that idea, we're coming for you.
You're dead. You're dead.
You know, somebody out there did it already.
Oh, I know they've already done it, but I would like to see
around
it.
here. I haven't seen it around here.
You know, for a while I lived in Utah, and there was a theater called the Villa Theater, and it was old-fashioned. It still had the curtains in front of the screen, and they didn't do they didn't do like they do today, where there's all the stuff before the movie. They just had music playing. And then you knew the movie was going to start because the lights went down and the curtains opened.
Yeah.
And
the beginning of Superman. When the curtains opened up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And as you walked in, it was a single screen theater. You could either go down one side or the other. They had these carvings, these beautiful wood carvings, and just, it was a beautiful old theater. They now sell Persian rugs in there because that's what I would want.
Jeez.
In a classic theater like that. And actually, that was the theater I saw the original Superman in.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Where the curtains opened up?
Oh, yeah.
In the movie, the curtains opened up.
Oh, yeah. So, I've always wanted to do a theater that was like the Villa Theater.
Yeah. That would be awesome. That'd be a great idea, man.
Yeah. It'd be super fun.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, we're nearing the end of our episode 10.
We are.
Hopefully we didn't bore anybody with our rambling.
Yeah, who cares? I was entertained. Well, no, you kind of do have to care, but.
No, it's entertaining for us. I mean, for us, 45 minutes goes by pretty fast.
Oh, yeah. And talking about movies and the love that we have for movies, and yeah, it can go pretty doggone quick. So next time we meet, so I'll be out of town, we'll be a little more prepared.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Prepared. Who needs to be prepared nowadays?
Shoot from the hip, man.
That's right.
Like Shane.
That's the way I see it. All right, man. Well, as always, I am not Dave.
And I am definitely not Jeff.
And until next time, toodaloo.
We'll see you guys.